Mr. Paulson. I just met you, and this is crazy. But here is my number. Call me. Maybe.
It's hard to look right at your baby, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Hey, Mr. Paulson? Hey, it's Zachy Khan, Wolfie's friend. Hey, so I was wondering if we could set up an interview for Roadtrip Nation. We are going to be asking questions about pretty much your career, but more about the pathway you took to success and any obstacles you came across on the way there and like where you were at our age. Is it possible if we could meet? Oh, wonderful! I'd love to meet then. All right, let's do it Thursday at 6. See you then, Mr. Paulson. Zachy and Carlos. Oh wait, just kidding, he's ill.
Oh wait, I'm Will and you're Zachy, so you'd say me, Will, and then Carlos. But oh wait, he's not here. We're late because Zachy's a clown, so let's go in.
This is our tripod.
So this is Forrest, and he
which is now a bipod.
Broke the tripod.
I did not break it. That was Will Swanson.
Fantastic Forrest is what they call him. Hi, Mr. Zachy Khan.
Hi, Zachy.
I'm Will.
Will, nice to meet you.
Alright, so first question, Mr. Paulson, is how did you start your journey to starting your life's work?
Well, I started my journey, I guess we should probably go back to high school, because that's what you're talking about, is how you get there. And I assure you that I had no idea in high school that I would be doing what I am doing today. I think maybe I had a rough idea that I wanted to do something in the sciences, and I also had a very rough idea that I wanted to be a doctor. But I have to tell you, the image of what I had of what a doctor is and what I actually do now day to day, I don't think they could be any more different than they are. With the exception that I wear a white coat at work, and I remember thinking that a doctor usually wears a white coat. That's, I think, about as much as I knew when I was in high school.
When you were our age, or along the pathway to becoming a doctor, what challenges or obstacles did you face while trying to achieve your goal in life?
Gosh, your goal in life, you know, that's such a broad term as to what your goal in life is. So, but let's say professionally, let's say that I had a goal that I would have a job that would be interesting to me, that would be fulfilling. And I think somewhere along the way, I always felt I wanted to do something where I felt I made a difference. That was important to me. So I think it had to be someplace where I was going to make a difference. And I really was only good at the sciences. I got to tell you, I was not any good at history or English or any of that stuff. And so I knew it would have to be there. But there was still a lot of choices. So there's medicine. I actually was a physics major, undergraduate. And the reason for that was because the last science class I took in high school was physics. And that seemed to come easily to me. So when I signed up for the major at UCLA, which is where I went to college, that was one of the check marks. So I checked physics, and that's how I ended up being a physics major.
And along the way, did you feel compelled to follow, a certain path? Kind of like, we kind of deal with that to the extent right now, how we all feel compelled to, find a high-paying job in a field or a sector that's, offering jobs right now. Did you kind of feel the same pressure at one way, and how did you deal with it?
That's interesting. I would not say that I felt pressure to go to college. To me, college was such a given that I wouldn't even call that pressure. That was like, what else on earth would you do after high school other than to go to college? In my family, I felt a little bit of pressure to go toward medicine because my grandfather had been a doctor and my father went to medical school, and then for political reasons in Czechoslovakia, he couldn't finish medicine. And so then after we immigrated, I felt that the family always had medicine in our blood, if you will. And so that was a part of what I felt growing up. But I don't think I ever felt that my parents would have been disappointed if I told them that I wanted to do something else. So I wouldn't call it pressure to go to college. I would say that I never considered that there was really any other option.
Mm-hmm. So you obviously were very confident about going to medical school or to graduate school afterwards, and then obviously to achieve the success you had today, you're obviously very good at what you do. Was there ever a point along the way where you not only realized that you could go into this field to go to med school, but you're also very good at it? You know, you were very successful.
That did not happen for a long time. I have to tell you that, in fact, going to medical school was a huge disappointment. So. And you keep talking about confidence. I think it's a mindset. Now, I understood that to go to medical school, you had to have good grades and all this other kind of stuff. And so that's why when I finally got in, I was all excited and I went. And it was a huge disappointment. And I'll tell you why. Because I was getting pretty good at my undergraduate studies in physics. I was working in a laboratory. We were doing research. And as I really understood it, I could like write equations on the board. I find equations in my notes. I have no idea what they mean anymore. But at that time, I thought I knew what they meant. And I went to medical school. Boy, did I feel incompetent. I felt incompetent and dumb, and I thought I would never learn this. All the other people that I was with, I had been a physics major. They had all been doing biochemistry and biology. They knew all of this stuff. They knew bacteriology. Every day, it was like somebody was speaking a foreign language to me. At the end of a year, I said, I don't know if I can take much more of this. In the second year, I said, I know I can't take much more of this. But now, of course, I said, of course I'm going to finish it. I'm not going to not finish it. I did not feel confident in medical school until the fourth year. So 3 years of feeling like an idiot that maybe I made a wrong decision. Maybe I don't have a mind for this. Maybe I had a brain for that kind of science, but not this other kind of science. And finally, in the fourth year, you have just a little bit of knowledge, and suddenly you look at somebody and you notice a mole, and you know what it is, okay? Or they come in and they have some kind of a symptom, they got a pink eye, and you know what it is. Or they ask you questions about it, and that's when I realized that I had finally amassed a little bit of knowledge, and that it was going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
All three of us were very
Well,
impressed.
you too, Forrest, and even Carlos, even though he wasn't there, I'm sure he was impressed. With how much, I don't know, how he still, suffer from not thinking he got the material in med school. Then I think we could all do whatever we want to do.
Hey, I just met you.